Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
This one from Equia Tutu in Tutu Equia Pim says, Papa, I'll say, please ask Chief Binding, just like Edem Agbana, so a CNN KTS press release was released on behalf of their church. No be so, not the party. You were here. And then Damalik.
Yeah. Sisiano, President, I directed one redraw 2 amendment bills.
Yeah.
I'm the Attorney General, Ako Parliament, Baako operationalize the presidential directive. Yes or no, it's all gone out of the window. Some of us, after the NDC full U10.
Your voice is very low.
Mr. Some of us, after NDC full U10 press conference, you will be more. You hear the full implications of what the NDC had done. We began to say the war abandon project. And many more voices joined. At the end of the day, I'm the president here. Some further consultations. We decided one withdraw. How did we get to this point? NDC, what's a very simple way of put? What's only a fool doesn't change his mind. Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting one because it's been logic. I will accept that. Kwame, any problem?
You're speaking very low. That's the problem.
A fool no will change in and I put the fool in quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
When, where, how, and what was it that the fool or a fool changed his mind on? Let's ask those questions. You beside those questions now about why. I'm happy that you ban your executive member or what. Kwame, Yaka and Minko over all the matter. This is Hansard, 29th July 2019.
Hansard, 29th July 2019.
Yes.
Okay. Parliamentary Hansard.
Parliamentary Hansard is the official record, verbatim production of what is said in Parliament. See, Mahama Yarega. Also, I think the consensus in this House is that we amend our constitution to provide that district chief executives be elected into office. From the report of your committee, it also appears that there is an agreement that further steps will be taken so that the election to district chief executive positions will or can be on the basis of partisanship with political parties sponsoring candidates. It does not appear to me that there is any dispute regarding the consensus on these two positions.
MMDCEs.
Kwegu, what's a parliamentary Hansard?
Yes.
It talks about MMDCEs.
Yes, 90 years.
Maybe better emphasize on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything unusual?
Oh, go ahead.
That was Mahama Yariga.
I don't want to draw your attention to that.
No, draw. It helps. I'm prepared to hear you.
No, you've answered. Just for MMDC, so let's
also, so, while I agree that we could start with Article 243, but then if we are committed to political parties' participation, let us add Article 248 to the process at this stage, before we even go to the referendum. There is a political bargain here. We in the minority support election of district chief executives, but we are asking for it along partisan lines.
Exactly. In Parliament?
In Parliament.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Kwame,
yeah.
Also, Mr. Speaker, let me reiterate the position of the minority that we support the amendment to the Constitution to allow metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives to be elected by universal adult suffrage. We do support that, but we also request that this should be doable with the sponsorship and support of political parties, given their strategic role in organizing so that good leadership will emerge to run our country.
Exactly.
If political parties are so important to be able to organize to determine who should be number one person, the president, why should they not be involved in determining who should be the number one person in a district? It is equally very important. This is Mahama Yariga. Then you come to the minority leader himself.
Haruna Idrisu.
Yes.
On the same day.
Yes, same day.
29 July 2019.
Yes. Also, the people may decide otherwise, and you cannot determine it. So the support of those of us on this side of the house is conditional to the fact that DCE should be elected. But they should be elected on partisan lines. No, that is the principle we will support and work with. Then referring to the fact that parties do clandestine organization at district level, even now, Kwame Tim Okai. Also, Mr. Speaker, the pretense must end. All of us here know that clandestinely, political parties support district assembly elections in Ghana. It is provided in the Constitutional Review Report, and I can read portions of it. So, Mr. Speaker, 2 principles: amend the Constitution, allow for popular election of DCEs, but do it on the principle of partisanship. We will support that.
I'm listening. So that's not 55.
You appear. Hey, you are coming. It's in my Chibran
Partisanship in only manner.
You are going to elect DCs on basis of partisanship.
But that's the 55.
He's talking about DCs here. And I am talking about local level assembly members, unit committees, different. They are not the same thing. Are they the same thing? Or the same thing?
Are you following us?
Kwegu.
So, Mr. Speaker, 2 principles. Amend the Constitution. Allow for popular election of DCs. But do it on the principle of partisanship. What does that mean? It means let them run on basis of party positions.
MMDCEs.
Party sponsor.
Yes, party sponsor.
MMDCEs. Emphasis.
What is this confusion of thought?
Well, obviously, Chief Bani is not listening to you.
District level MMDCEs is the same as assembly and a unit committee. It's not the same. It's never the same.
Let the wise hear.
We will support that. Without that, it will be it may be difficult to support it. It's here. Mr. Speaker, the Commission observed, he was quoting the CRC, that one of the key institutional variations in local government in both the developing and the developed world is the issue of whether or not political parties have a place in local elections. That he gave examples of many countries opening parties take part in local elections. And so he ends, we support the principle, and that is a major policy shift for our political parties. This is the minority. Kwame,
don't they have a right to change their minds?
Oh, until I maybe first question that a fool now all change in the mind. When, where, how, and what was it that the fool was changing his mind on? That's what I'm interrogating. And the whole neighborhood there, that's is an oversimplification I want to throw out there to actually cover up their cowardly act of the youth that amounted to the U10.
Yeah, just honesty.
That's a bit harsh, but I think I will accept it for a while.
MMDCs and assemblymen are the same. I see.
Have you read the amendment bill now?
Which one?
I read that. Kwame, I'm there. Oh, me mistake. I'll then made my producer. Ne Ibo. I said don't get here.
Why then?
War. A multi-stakeholder conference organized by the National Catholic Secretariat, June 2019. Kwame Tim Okai. If you have a system where control over local government institutions can be shared among the political parties, even the smaller political parties can focus on one particular district and make sure they get an MMDCE elected so that they also have a chance to participate. So it is the best form of sharing power, and that will make our elections more peaceful. If you lose the presidency, you have not lost everything. At least you have a chance to participate in the election of MMDCs.
Good.
He also noted that after operating the 1992 Constitution for more than a quarter of a century, it had become clear, very clear, that the provisions that barred partisan politics at the district level had become obsolete. Hence the need to take a second look at it. Me what video no or you do so Adam de man wo me bi ati.
Are you sure it's not doctored?
No. And he had a loud applause. Look, when he said those things, man almost huge applause for
innovation
in some more kind. And Kwame another one. I'm the union be no any personal views.
Easy for you.
Okay, a year minutes of IPAC meeting, 23rd October. Okay, now we'll be easy for an update on the conduct of the district level elections and referendum. And this is what Asedun Ketia is reported and stated in the minutes. Mr. Asedun Ketia stated that the NDC was campaigning for a yes vote in the referendum, and that he did not see how a political party whose leadership is introducing something will have the party campaign no. He further noted that he believed all parties will campaign for a yes vote, as was the case of a referendum for the creation of new regions.
But he's changed his mind, so big deal.
It's in the maybe out there. What did he change his mind on? First of all, at the June meeting, he told the whole world that those provisions now about partisan politics at the base level are obsolete. Okay? He be unfair to in the trido. Don't condemn at that meeting now. War canvas support.
Just June this year.
June. July no, the parliamentary wing follow that same trail. October, 23rd October, IPAC meeting, Asama Okeni. Kwame, see, this is IDEC document. Where 25th October, the minority for our tiny meeting. Honorable Alban Babin, Harun Edrusu, Mohamed Mutaka, Inusa Fuseni, Suleiman Sanid, Linda Tevandapoy, Mohamed Mahama Ayariga, Mohamed Ayariga, Honorable Yeletre. And Kwame, this is the summary of key decisions taken at the place. Me read page 2. Also, the three positions, initial positions, the three positions on the sequencing of the amendment of Article 2431 and 55.3 that were articulated at the meeting are: amend Article 2431 now and amend all related provisions later after the national referendum. That was the NPP's position. It's here.
Meeting.
2. Amend Article 241 together with all related provisions in the Constitution, either before or after the national referendum. And this is the critical point. But the focus now should be on Article 55.3. That's the NDC's position. At that meeting, 25th October 2019, NDC Fune said the focus now should be on the 55.3.
They changed their minds.
Then third was amend 2431, but initiate concrete processes to amend all related provisions, compromise position for the meeting. What Pinedo was kind of minority leader, one year will be statements on the floor of the House. What about form joint team for a campaign?
Exactly.
It's all here, Kwame. Look, when you are doing serious business like this, a legislative agenda involving referendum and to test majority, you don't just go along now if you are back there. Only a fool doesn't change. Say, this is 23rd November 2019, Hansard. When we'll discuss government financial budget, the budget. Local government Mr. here submissions relative to the referendum matters. very experienced politician. NDC politicians have huge respect for him. Make him I feel a bit uncomfortable. But for the records, Mr. Yelitre. What's the Mr. Speaker? The Honorable Minister said something. She said that we were all on board. We were playing them a trick. We have pushed them to where they cannot change again.
Peace FM.
We have put the fast one on them. Yes, you are telling me it is only the fool that doesn't change his mind. You see, the guys were just I mean, this is politics without principles, without conviction, without conscience.
But are there principles in politics?
There are. I'll tell you, I have known you for a long time. Are you telling me today on principled politician?
Based upon
there are principles.
I mean, whether you're perfect.
Don't go further.
You're perfect. There's no perfect politician out there.
Ain't you on to trick one kakra?
in the era of political campaign.
What they are?
Are we elevating? Are we elevating?
As a political party,
Are we undermining the sanctity of our own politics? One was so the more partisanship or top one on yet, it's maybe a fan down, but they are not doing anything to even change their own.
So you see why the no people were correct? Because
not correct.
of the trickery.
No, I mean, food soldiers now will seize toilets.
No,
we seize
that's different.
Jubilee House.
That's different. I'm just saying in connection with this.
but question will be
Ended up in the argument.
Ended from argument. Why are you based?
No.
Ended up. Emi mijina no. No nujina yes.
No, I mean, don't forget.
That was my conviction.
I mean,
my conviction.
Man,
no so it can no bibi kakra
na meka yes on say
is it
meka yes on say
social media
yes.
See, and there's another issue I met that work and also some other amendments articles were left in abeyance into Ochada na didn't know comprehensive and Ninya were interrogated those issues in Parliament, both at the committee level and on the plenary level, as well as during the one sessions with IDEC. Mahunia were printed there. Look, yes, there are some articles here, like Article 242, 243, 246, 247, and 248. Hunia or there were a BB about them. And they agreed in principle. The many many obey in him there. The more Billy said or go through the 2431 amendment or go through election or 2021.
Exactly.
And then the district assembly 2023.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
And see, there was enough time and space
To do all of this.
for the consequential amendments to be done. And indeed, me what documents we were show that the Attorney General had already begun the process in collaboration with the Constitutional and Parliamentary Committee of Parliament.
And that's about it, Kweku.
I'll take the time now.
Oh, magazine.
Now, Kweku, what's it? More 19 seconds. We into team Mamen or I.
Okay.
Minister is saying something, and I think that you see, she is claiming that we were all on board. We were playing them a trick. We have pushed them to where they cannot change again, and we have pulled the first one on you. Minister is saying something, and I think that you see, she is claiming that we were all on board. We were playing them a trick. We have pushed them to where they cannot change again, and we have pulled the first one on you.
You see, the way I reduce serious legislative business,
National enterprise
to the level of comedy.
Kweku.
Tragic comedy.
But it's politics.
No, but Kwame, it's so unfair. And then they turn around to say that withdrawal amounts to causing financial loss to the state. Now, he played trick on me. Now, he played trick. Kwame, look, I don't cherish a chance never say being Kitiana. Ewa. What the or you bear 11 minutes, but there are 2-3 minutes bia mo banchoye.
Oh, no me too, because of what my time is so. Na wa kalote wo. Eti awo mami ti alote the last call.
So controversial because everybody thinks that you must be on the side of the president who wins. Otherwise, you are a lesser citizen in the country. If you have a system where local government institutions can be, the control over these institutions can be shared among the political parties. I mean, even the smaller political parties can focus on one particular district and make sure that they get NDC elected, so they also have a chance to participate. And so it is the best form of sharing power, and that will make our elections more peaceful, because if you lose the presidency, you have not lost everything. At least you have the chance to participate. But to conclude,
I'm not so tricking.
He
was also tricking the meeting.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.